go, because why not? This is a BMW Z3. Oh my God, what is that? That's exactly what BMW should have provided. There's so much more. Hi, I'm Adam C and welcome to a convoy of Porsches. Before I say anything else, I think there's a Ferrari 250 California that's about to overtake me. It might be a replica. Here it goes. Oh my God! Now this video is brought to you by carhuddle.com, the free online car show directory, and this car show appears to be a good one. I've just had a GT2 RS overtake me, a 997 generation, so very rare, a 993 Carrera 4S, 993 Turbo, and a Ferrari 250 California. If that is real, that's worth about £20 million plus. Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. So we are on our way to Bicester Heritage in Oxfordshire for the Bicester Heritage Sunday Scramble, and I'm taking part as part of Pistonhead. Having a close look at the 250, I'm going to say that it is a replica. Yeah, that's not a real 250 California. It's still pretty special. Right, and now they have pulled over into the service station, I can calm down a little bit and tell you a little bit more about the show. So Pistonheads are hosting a part of the meet. They've got their own parking in Bicester Heritage Sunday Scramble, and I did go last year to the Sunday Scramble in my Cobra, and it's freezing this time of year, absolutely freezing, so that wasn't great. So now I've got a roof on in my Nissan 350Z. It's a little bit better, but the car doesn't fit in quite as well because it's mainly meant for classic cars. However, the Pistonhead section is for all sorts. So I'm going to catch up with you once I'm there because it's a bit of a boring route, to be honest. So I'll see you in a little bit. Wow, rough. Right, so the sat-nav says we're only about 5 to 10 minutes away and we've got some Porsches to play with. Unfortunately, I think this convoy is just about to come to an end, which is a shame because it was good fun. It was good fun. And here we are. Audi Quattro. And we're following an old 356. Right, I think I'm in the right place, so let's have a look around. So I have put my layers on because it is freezing, and I've parked up in the Pistonheads car park, and it is definitely time to have a look around because it's still early and there are already hundreds of cars here, including another 350Z there with some kind of wide body arch kit on the back. But over here is what looks to be a Mercedes CLK Black Series. Quite the rarity. Oh, wow, Lotus Europa, you don't see a lot of those. There are just cars going everywhere. It's like Car City here. Oh my God, what is that? What is going on there? Here we've got the Bath Owners Club lined up. This section is mainly reserved for the clubs, like the MGB register. I should be there. Oh wow, there's a couple of niceties that have just turned up. It looks like a Marcos LM400 following a very vibrant yellow Performante Spider. There goes the Marcos. Have a look at this colour. It's ridiculous. And on the Aston Martin Owners Club, we've got a GT8. Huracan's giving some revs, so is the Marcos. Ah, we have a very bright blue Morgan Aeromax. I have seen this car numerous times before. Looks absolutely stunning. But whilst there's a lot to look around over here, the main section is through there, which is where I parked last year. That stag just did some skids on the grass. Check out this Porsche 356 Super 90 and the exhausts that are integrated into the overriders of the bumper. Lovely colour and stunning condition as well. Right, so each individual building on this site is unique to itself, and there are businesses in these buildings, and I don't know if you've seen the Imitation Game, but that was set in this site. Now I really don't know what's going on with this Triumph Spitfire here, but all the different colours and that massive bulge in the bonnet suggests something is not quite normal. Although it's got the twin SU carbs poking out the very well cut bonnet there. That's ridiculous. So what I'm thinking is in here it probably has the straight 6 from a Triumph GT6, because the Spitfire is like the GT6 convertible, but they only came with straight 4s, whereas the GT6 had a straight 6, which is the longer engine. So they've probably put that bulge there so they can fit the GT6's straight 6 in. And then they've got about 500 colours going on as well. Well, 3. Oh, Aventador. Right, now check out this camo coloured Hurricane Performante. There's so many interesting colours in these cars. And there's a Cobra. Yeah. Quite a bit of variety here today, for sure. Right, and one of the examples of the businesses inside these buildings is this decorative art store. And here is the 250 California replica that I was following on the way here. Over here appears to be a rather loud R32 with quite a few modifications, it seems. I don't know if it is a drift car, but it certainly looks like one. Here we've got another Cobra. This one looks a bit like an AK, which is very similar to Dax, which is my one. Oh no, this is a Dax. I think this is a Dax, like mine. Yes, we have a Dax Cobra just like my one, and a whole lot more classic cars, including these 3, which were here last year as well. Renault Aventine, everyone loves those for some reason. And then a Renault Bonnet, which I was fascinated at last time, a French car, and a Marina, another French car. This must be the French car section with a Hillman Imp here as well. Now there is just classic car after classic car, 911 after 911. Last year there was a huge Porsche section. Hopefully we can find that again this year. Oh, another R32. And take a look at this Series 1 Lotus Elise. It's ridiculous. Oh, and over here we have another Cobra. This one is in the brushed aluminium effect. The 250 California replica has been parked pretty much where my Cobra replica was parked last year. But yes, one of the clues as to it being a replica is the windscreen not being of a classic car. And someone has brought his brand new McLaren 600 LT along as well. And this is the unmistakable Mercedes 300 SL Gullwing with tartan interior, and to aid getting out the car you can tilt the steering wheel. But what a beautiful machine. Lovely low drag E-sod coming in. And this is a TVR 350i. Some of you may know this is rather close to my heart because I used to own one of these. Mine was in like a champagne gold colour. This is in a rather nice blue turquoise. But yes, it's always a treat for me to see one of these. An orange Evo looking nice under the trees. And this rather random section includes a RX-7, a 200SX drift car, a Sierra RS Cosworth, and this Interceptor that we saw earlier. I was not expecting it to be in this condition. It is lovely. So this Ford Falcon was featured in the original Mad Max film with Mel Gibson. Next to this yellow Performante from earlier, we have something that I've wanted to show you for a while. This is a BMW Z3. So what you can do is you can buy a shell that looks fairly like a Cobra and just bolt it onto your Z3. And this is the cheapest way down Cobra replica routes. It's still got Z3 interior, a Z3 engine. It is a BMW Z3 and this is all reversible. You can take these panels off, you can make it back to a Z3 if you like. But yes, I've always wanted to show you what this end of the market does to a Cobra replica. Oh wow, look at this Beetle with the open front arches. Oh, it's not just open front arches, it's a whole open front end. That's mad. There's absolutely nothing inside as well. Nothing there either, just an engine. And another type of custom car, we have this supercharged Ford Mustang with some kind of body kit on it. The number plate says sit down, shut up and hang on. It's got a custom bumper, it's got new wheels, it's got purple bits and accents, it's got side scoops, canards there and a wing on the back, and some Some nice vinyl visuals there as well. I bet it's loud. There are all sorts of classics, Mark 1, MX-5s, Beetles, old TVRs, loads of MGBs as always. And this custom Peugeot 205 with spaces, wide arches, a grille delete, intercooler. I bet that's quick. Oh, a yellow cigarist on the other side of the fence. Let's go out back to the main car park and see what else has turned up since I've been out there. Here are all the club sections again. We've got the BMW Owners Club with a car that I'd like to point out over here. This is a BMW 3 Series F81 Touring. Is it F81? F80 generation, but it has been made into an M3, so it is essentially an M3 Touring. I think that's exactly what BMW should have provided, because that looks cool. Next to it is a genuine F80 M3 and another yellow one here. Oh, a Series 1 Exige going into the Pistonheads car park. I love those. Where's mine? Oh, there's my car. Now, I don't know if you can remember what it was like when I turned up, but there are rows and rows of cars in the Pistonheads car park. It was only one other row when I first turned up, and cars are still coming in thick and fast. I turned up about this time last year and it was mental. Let's check out some of the cars in the Pistonheads car park. Obviously these don't have to be classics, so there are a few more modern cars here, including my Z. So I bet that is rather loud. A few cars down from that. There's a Ferrari F12 Berlinetta. I really don't know where to start here. There's an Aston Martin DBS, a TTS, a Clio V6, a John Cooper Works Mini, a BMW M4, a Maserati Coupe. Pistonheads really know how to put on a show, and over here I have spotted the Series 1 Lotus Exige, which I'll have another look at. These are becoming really rare and very expensive. Very valuable car here. A few cars down, for around the same price you could buy a TVR Cigaris. There's just as much road presence, they're both as equally mad as each other. Oh wow, pink Audi with green wheels. And just down from this Subaru Legacy, this Honda NSX, the Lancia Integrale Delta, the VXR8, the MG V8. We have a Dakar 4x4 Land Rover kind of thing. I don't know much about these, but I know that they're not common. They are certainly not common. That is ridiculous. And to see something that huge next to this dwarfed little Caterham. I like the ducktail, I like it. And wow, another colour on a Performante that I haven't seen before. So like a matte orange? Yeah, a matte orange Performante. I trust it's not matte because it's filthy. It genuinely is a matte paint job. Now I said there'd be a Porsche section, and here it is. But before we go there, I'm going to look at this pink Audi with the turquoise wheels. There you go, because why not? Pink, turquoise wheels, a turquoise roll cage, stripped out interior, and wiper delete. That is one way to stand out. And as I walk through the Porsches rolling into the Porsche section, I'm really spoiled for choice as to which Porsches to look at in this lineup of Porsches. We've got a 911 Gen 2 991 Turbo S in like a mustard orange brown colour. I really don't know where to start with this. I know I'm going to miss out something and you're going to complain, so I apologise. But we've got a 964, there's a 993, there's a 996 Turbo, a liveried Cayman GT4, a 997 Carrera 4S, a 991 Porsche GT3, which is manual. He's done well. There's a turquoise 997 GT3 that I've seen before, 997 Carrera S, 993 Carrera, 997 Carrera S, a 997 GT3, a Cayman GT4, 991 GTS, and this is a 993 RS, one of the most valuable in the collection that we've seen so far, and very obvious, the number plate spells exactly what it is. And whilst this bright turquoise 718 Cayman stands out, this is the car to be looking at. However, there's so much more, including another Gen 2 991 GT3. Oh, let's do a gearbox check as well. He has also gone for the manual, which seems to be the desirable choice. Even though PDK is faster, you really want a manual. Now here is a GT3 Touring, another 991 generation, and this is in manual as well, and a lovely shade of dark, almost British racing green. However, we've got this 321 UFO Porsche, but here is the original Porsche Carrera GT. Yes, this is the Carrera GT. That's where the Carrera GT name originally was placed on before the V10 supercar came along. And other from all the vinyl branding on it, you've got the roof scoop, you've got a custom body kit, wide arches. This is a rare car. Another GT3 Touring, which is also in manual, next to a 968 Club Sport, another rarity. And here, for a change, we have a non-manual Porsche 911 GT3. And further down here, we've got the brand new GT3 RS 991 Gen 2, looking mega in green. And what is that I can hear? Is that another Cobra? It is literally too much to see and do here. I can't take everything in. It's mental. And especially considering this is right at the beginning of the year, this is January, this is freezing temperatures, and they have 2 more in the summer. God knows how busy they will be. The first Noble to turn up, here is a Noble M400. Following that is a TVR T350. And in the lineup of Abarths that we saw earlier is this. Someone's done some Gullwing, Suicide, Scissor, whatever these are, dihedral doors on his Abarth. Next, this Transit, take a look at this old Lotus. It looks tiny, probably because it is tiny. And this car meet is so huge that even the Pope has turned up. Oh my god, he has a Fiat Panda. Oh yes, one of my favourite cars, a Ferrari Testarossa. Lovely. And here we have a yellow AMG GTR next to a brand new Aston Martin Vantage. Now these will probably get common in a few years' time, but at the moment I haven't actually seen a lot of these, only maybe 3 customer cars, and I do like them a lot. There's always cars still coming in, so no matter what we look at, there's still going to be more to see when we come back around to the section we've just been at. There's tons still just rolling in, there's traffic all down the road. It's such a popular event. If you like, I've actually bought my rarest car here today because I've seen 2 other 350Zs, I've seen maybe 3 or 4 Cobras, and I've seen hundreds of MGBs, so this is my rare car today. Have a look at how low to the ground that is. And is it because there's 3 people on there, or is it just because it's slammed? He thinks he's going to get up that small bank. I don't think so. Oh, they've got people out of the car, so it's got more clearance. And here on the Ford Owners Club we have Triumphs, another brand new Vantage. With a Gordon Keeble. I love a good Gordon Keeble. Who doesn't love a Gordon Keeble? And back inside we have a beautiful 1966 Corvette Stingray, E-Type Series 1 hardtop, and a Z3M Coupe. And beyond that is a turquoise MGB next to another red one. We've got a Speciale there next to the E-Type. Caterham 620S, the ridiculous manual version of the 620R that I tested back in the summer. Probably one of the fastest, if not the fastest accelerating car here today. And let's have a look inside this huge hangar. This last year was the Porsche Owners Club, but this year, let's have a look. I'm not entirely sure what particular section this is, because all these cars seem to be very different from each other, but still a nice different backdrop to look at. Cars like this Volkswagen Carmen Gear here, next to a Series 2 E-Type hardtop 2+2, Jaguar XJS, Jaguar Mark II, and the rest of this hangar is filled with proper vintage classics from old Fords to old MGs, Alvises, Rolls Royces, Rileys, and everything in between. And something rather loud has just pulled in as well. Wow, that is ridiculous. That sounded mental. Turns out the whole site in there is completely full, so they're just directing all the rest into this hangar. Oh wow, TBR1. Probably a recreation, but you can't complain when it looks like that. E30 M3, wonderful, and the Renault 5 Turbo 2. Wow, 80s nostalgia. So venturing back into the main section, something's turned up that was here last year, but it's still definitely worth a note. This is a Lamborghini Murcielago LP640 with custom ADV1 wheels and blue brake calipers, and I think that looks astonishing. And here we have yet another modified car that has somehow come in and gate crashed all these lovely classics. And over here appears to be the JDM section with two Hakosuka Nissan Skyline GTRs and a Toyota AE86 Torino. Now this Torino was here last year as well, but the Hakosukas weren't, so have a little look at these. The original Skyline GTR. And in the boot of this Morris Minor is a train set. And through here we've got a Ferrari Portofino, a Ford Cougar in John Player Special livery. That's a little bit different, and Ford Anglia that you can't actually see through the crowds because it's ridiculously modified.
Mazda 1600 323 turbo, yeah.
And we've got a lovely Lamborghini Espada, almost a shooting brake estate car in its Bertone design. And an award for the best plate of the show is on this Aventador S Roadster. Next to this beautiful Camaro Z28 is this equally beautiful Chevrolet pickup with so much chrome going on. Tell you what, I found a car for her. Wait a minute, it's round here. It's in this Ford. What's going on here? Leopard print. And in this barn appears to be another Cobra. And back down the main strip is this rather nicely sat Porsche 964. But for me, it's time to head back to my car and go home. Out of all the cars that you have seen today, tell me which one has been your favourite and which one have I missed? Because I have missed quite a lot of these cars because there are so many cars to be seen. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram for updates of all these kind of car shows and some of my pictures from the event. I'm going to use my camera a little bit more now. Oh, there's a Gallardo leaving. I'll get that leaving and then I'll leave in my car as well. Cold start time. So I hope you enjoyed the video and thanks for watching.